Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, it's John from Heroes and Legends. Today we are going to open a Rivals of Ixalan pre-release pack, and we're going to do a deck build. I'm going to talk through my process of what I look for when I sit down to play like in a sealed event, and we're going to do it, of course, with the Ixalan Rivals of Ixalan cards. So, I mean, when I do this isn't about necessarily what I would play or what you'd play and all of that. I mean, people do have different preferences when it comes to cards, personal preferences. But I do at least want you to see my thought process as I go through this. And we'll also open some packs and see what we get in this pre-release kit too. So, all right, I'm going to try to not look at the foil card if I can. We'll do a big reveal. Okay, so we got our spin down die, of course, that you get in these products. And these are actually the products from the pre-release, if you're not familiar with them. You can't really purchase these. I mean, sometimes LGSs will have extras that they will sell, but they're not something you're going to be able to find out there in the marketplace typically. This is a divider for your cards. It actually looks pretty cool. It's sturdy cardboard, too. It's not bad. And we get our insert sheet. Since this is the first one of these I've opened on the channel, I'm going to open another one, too, but I just want you to see all this stuff in case you didn't get a chance to go to the pre-release. I'll go a little faster when I do the next one. And, oh, we got a double-sided card. I guess it still was spoiled. And it's actually a pretty cool one. Adonis Climb, and that transforms into Winged Temple of Raska. So it's actually kind of awesome. Nice. I like the double-sided ones, too, because the double-sided foil just looks cool. So that's a nice pull. All right. Let's open our packs of Ixalan first, and we'll see what we get. And then we'll open our new ones. And then what I'll do is I'll probably stop the camera for a moment. I'll sort everything into color piles. And then we'll come back and start building our deck. So, our uncommons are Slice and Twain, Dustborn Sky Marcher, Sky Terror. Our rare is Angrath's Marauders. It's actually a good limited card. I've had success with that in the past in limited and sealed especially. So, that's a candidate. We'll have to see where the pool takes us, of course. But I pay special attention to the rares. I mean, if there's some big bomb rare or something, it doesn't always mean I'm going to try to force it. But if I have other support cards, then it might be a direction I go. Makeshift Munitions, Kamina Speaker, Snapping Sailback are rare. Oh, it's a nice one. Ripjaw Raptor. Okay, now that's something I might want to try to force. I mean, within reason. You got to be careful, and we'll move on to Rivals. You got to be careful not to, like, over push if you get, like, a great rare mythic card in a color, and then that color is just horrible. And it's real tempting to just still kind of force it, but you have to look at your whole picture, and we'll do that, of course, once we get going here. All right, our first uncommon is Mausoleum Harpy, Flood of Recollection, Baffling End, that's a good one, and Tomb Robber. Not such a good one. I'm Resplendent Griffin. Yeah, that card, unless I'm trying to do something with, like, trying to populate my graveyard, if I have the Journey to Eternity or something like that, probably not going to play that particular rare. Okay. We have Forsaken Sanctuary, Cacophodon, another Baffling End, and Awakened Amalgam. Yikes. Okay. Yikes. Not good cards for limited or sealed play in those two packs when it comes to the rares anyway. But we did get things like, I think Baffling End. There's some good cards here. There's definitely something to work with, I'm sure. Be nice to hit kind of one big, like, bomb rare that we're like, yeah, we can definitely do something with. Curious Obsession, Everdon Champion, Reaver Ambush. Our rare is Vona's Hunger. Ouch. Okay, that's not the worst thing. But it does require some setup and a little bit of luck, too, to be on your side. So, I don't know. That's maybe we play that, but Hornswoggle, Direfleet Neckbreaker, Aquatic Incursion. Our rare is a Path of Metal. So, a good transform card here. But again, it's a little situational when it comes to sealed. Like, this is good in a standard deck. But, I don't know, sealed decks? Maybe. We'll have to kind of look at it and see what else we have here. So, what I'm going to do is just stop the camera for a moment. We'll be right back. I'm just going to sort these in a color pile, and then we'll take a look and start eliminating options. Alright, so I'm back. I went ahead and put everything into piles. So we're going to just go through color pie order, look at what we have here. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for the playables, and just to get a broad idea of what I have on my hands here. This is not a really strong pool. Not a lot of stuff stood out to me. So we're going to have to be real careful. We're going to look for removal, especially, and like the big bombs, like the game-winning cards, and just kind of see what colors we want to be in. Okay, so anything that's like a sideboard card or something I definitely don't want to play, I'm going to pull out at this stage. First card is fine. Legionnaire Conquistador, we only got one of these, so I'm going to dump this. This is not good as a one of. It's good if you have multiples, of course, like a draft, but not so great and sealed usually. This is fine. That's not exciting. It's fine. Baffling End could be okay for us. The Combat Trick could be okay. I like Everdon Champion. Another Baffling End. I like Luminous Bonds and 2 Divine Verdicts. So there's a lot of removal here, but it's a really shallow color. So maybe this is a splash color for removal. The problem is we don't have a lot of color fixing. We have some treasure creation, which you would expect to have here, but that's about it. So we'll come back to white. That could be maybe a support like splash color. Okay, let's look at blue. Dive Down can be fine. This is a good card. I like this. This does give us treasure. This does too, and I like to have at least one card draw spell. Another way to get treasure. This is good if we're trying to hit Ascend. That's a fine creature. This is a real good creature there. That could be fine. Okay. Flood of Recollection. I mean, I'm probably not going to run this usually in sealed. I mean, I'll keep it. I'm going to pull it out, but I won't forget it's there in case we do happen to go instant sorcery heavy, but I think we're going to be pretty much creature heavy. Deadeye Rig Hauler is actually good as long as you think you can attack in and trigger the raid. Negate. Borderknot's real good. Another Deadeye Rig Hauler. So I don't dislike our blue. Our blue is not bad. It's not anything crazy, but it's not bad. In this pool, it might make the cut. Okay, what's black doing? Fine. I do like these recursion cards. I do enjoy playing with them. Contract Killing is also very good. This is a good 2-drop. Direfleet Hoarder. Yeah, some flyers are in here. So, I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, I don't think we're going wide, so I'll probably just pull this out. Again, I won't forget it's there. Tomb Robber. This is the type of card, I mentioned this when we opened it, that I'm probably only playing it if I'm trying to populate my graveyard for some reason. I don't have a good reason to do that. I mean, I can pull some of the cards back, but I think what the cost and the activation cost and all of that for this ability isn't quite strong enough. So I'm going to pull this. I don't think it fits in this deck. Bonus Hunger, I'll definitely play. It's removal. It's a little situational, sure. And it depends on what's going on with the board state. I just wasn't happy to see it as a rare, but it's very, very playable. And this is good. Okay, so again, nothing crazy. I mean, there's a few serviceable flyers in there, though. So, red. What's going on with red? I was happy to see Angrath's Marauders. Demolish is a sideboard card if we need it. We'll bring it back. Again, I don't see us using this. I won't cut that one yet, but I don't know. Hijack. Yup. I like Tenali's Crown, especially if I have some dinosaurs. Bombard's really good. Ooh, got a couple dinosaurs, but they're just vanilla cards. This one's okay. That's fine. Trick, Shatters, sideboard card, another one of these. So our red looks pretty shallow. A couple good cards like Bombard, but probably not going to try to splash this over white. And I don't want to splash this with double red, I don't think, in this particular pool, considering, again, we're tight on color fixing. So, yeah, I think I'm going to just cut red, honestly. I just don't really feel like it's a good color. But before I judge it, let's continue on. Okay, this is good. Commune can be okay. Blinding Fog, I'm probably not going to play. Unless I have, like, multiples of them, or I'm trying to do something, like, bring it out of the sideboard or something in certain matchups. Yeah, Dinosaurs. Another card I'll probably just keep in the sideboard for now. Ripjaw Raptor's fantastic. Hunt the Week's fantastic. So, this is great. I think green is our strongest color here. A couple good 2-drops in green. That's a fine card, too. We can make the dinosaurs cost a little less. Another dinosaur. So, yeah, Plummet I'll probably keep for the sideboard, though. And green is probably our strongest color. I think we're definitely in green. Okay, we've seen our colors. How do these match up? Well, I kind of eliminated red already, so probably not going to play this, even if we just splash white. Direfleet Neckbreaker. We don't have enough pirates in black and red, unfortunately, for this to be awesome for us. So I'm gonna cut that. I don't think this is a Path of Metal deck. It's a good card in certain builds, but this isn't really that build. I won't cut this yet. This I do want to play with because we don't have a lot of bombs here. As you can tell, this is a very shallow pool we're in. So this can sometimes steal you a game. And if it can steal you a game, then all right, I definitely want to try to run this. So, and blue was a decent color. I really like green, and blue seems strong enough too, and also has the fixing we might need if we want to splash white. So I think that's where we're going. So I'm going to hold these 2 cards for now. I won't eliminate this yet. I mean, we're not playing like a control build necessarily, where this is going to be better for you, but it's a fine blocker. I don't really like Strider Harness for the 3 casting costs. Like, it's not a horrible card. It's definitely playable. I wouldn't fault anyone for playing it or any of these cards. But that one is just not my style. In this, I don't really like either, honestly. I just think it's too much for what's happening. Again, in sealed, it just isn't as effective. And then, I don't think we're going to be playing black or splashing black and white's not going to help us any. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're going green for sure. And I think we're going green-blue for the reasons I just stated. Because I want to splash a little bit of white. And I'm going to cut black, and I'm going to cut red at this point. Unfortunately, I don't think those colors are as strong as what we have here. Okay, and I got a couple of these cards still in the running too. One thing I'm going to do quickly next is I'm going to look at white, and I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to say, okay, if I'm splashing white, I'm only splashing for removal, basically. So let's just keep the removal, and then we'll decide. So here's Baffling End. Here is another one, the Luminous Bonds, and these. We won't play all those, but for right now, I'm going to keep them. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to stop the camera and sort these into piles, creatures versus spells, and look at our curve. And then we'll start making cuts to actually put our deck together. So I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I put everything in order. We got the creatures up here. We have the non-creatures here, and they are in curve order. So let's go through creatures first. I have over 20 creatures, so I can cut some. Definitely cutting some non-creature stuff. We got a ton of it that can go. Okay, so let's start with these 1-drops. I actually like this because we are actually playing blue and green. And we do have a few other merfolk, so maybe this is pretty consistently a 2-2. So I want to keep this one. This card is maybe not as exciting for me as a 1-drop. It maybe gives me 2 power toughness on the board. Maybe it doesn't, depending on what's going on, because I have to have another target merfolk, and I don't have enough merfolk to feel real comfortable with this one. So I am going to cut this. Okay, 2-drops are a little scarce, so I'm probably going to run all of these. This is a great one, so I'm happy to run it. This one is a great one, I'm happy to run. This is a great one, I'm happy to run. And this one I'm probably still going to run, even though it's not as good in this deck, perhaps, but it can slow things down and help us get through the turns. We definitely want to hit those drops. Okay, so we have some 3-drops here. This one is okay. It actually goes wide, but we're not trying to go deep into Merfolk or deep into Ascend. So this might not really have a home in this deck, but it's still 3/3 power toughness on the board for 3. And I'm still pretty comfortable with that. So I'm not going to cut that one yet. I think it's okay. So we'll use that. This could give us a blocker as well as color fixing. So we like that. And this is just a good card. Okay, this one, I don't hate it. I'm a little worried about my color here. Going into white. So I won't cut it yet, but that one might have to go. All right, let me look at the 4-drops. We have a flyer. We have the Deadeye Rig Haulers. I like those. This one, it's okay. I don't know if we need it, though. We have quite a few 4-drops. I think I'm going to cut this one and just keep these. This one especially is great. The Ripjaw Raptor, so that's fantastic. When we get, we're not like super high curve here. Like we got some 5s. These are just fine 5s, and we have this 6-drop that I want to keep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 creatures. Probably still a little high. So I am going to go ahead and cut this. And I am going to cut maybe one of these 5-drops. This one, the 4/4, even though it can kind of protect us, I think I'm going to get rid of. That puts us down to 17 creatures. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that will leave us with 6 spells if we go with this creature set. We could cut another creature if we wanted to, but we need ways to put damage across. So, okay. So when it comes to these, I'm going to, let's look at the 1-drops first. I'm going to cut Curious Obsession. Sometimes that just gets stuck in your hand and we can't afford that. Dive Down is a good combat trick, but I don't know if we need it because it does protect a creature against removal. I don't know. I won't cut it yet, but I don't know if it makes it. Commune is good, but I don't know if we have enough dinosaurs to really make this card great. But it's good for hitting land too, and if we're trying to hit like a plains or something, it might be okay. So I won't get rid of it yet. I'll keep the Baffling Ends for now. The Negate, I don't think I'm going to main deck it. I could see myself bringing it in though. Okay, we want the Climb for sure. I want the Bonds for sure. I want the Water Knot for sure. This I can probably do without. Hornswoggle I can probably do without. I want the Hunt the Weak for sure. I'm going to cut the Divine Verdicts. They start to get a little too expensive. I'm going to cut this. Doesn't really fit in our deck. And we have other ways to draw cards in this deck. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to have to cut 3 more of these spells. So I think I'm going to cut the Pirate's Prize, even though I like that card. And I'm going to cut the Commune. And I'm going to cut the Dive Down. And just keep this. And this isn't bad. I do think color fixing wise, I do have enough treasure creation. I mean, I did cut a little bit of it, but I do have like the Salar. And I think I have one other thing, don't I? Maybe I don't. I cut everything that gave me treasures. Maybe I did. Yikes. Okay. So, it's what, three white cards though? This will give me a treasure though if it dies. So, yes, I do have another way to get a treasure. 2 things. So, I did count right, but that's a little questionable, that one. So, it kind of makes me wonder, do I want to try to throw the Hornswoggle in or something like that? Or the Commune with Dinosaurs, maybe. If I do that, do I maybe just go with 1 less Baffling End? I don't want to lose this stuff here. So, maybe I go with 1 less Baffling End to try to fix color a little bit and try to hit something I need when I need it. I could go either way on this one, honestly. 1, 2. So I could always board the second one in those matchups where it's going to be better. So maybe that's what we do. The Commune to kind of keep us even, and then the Baffling End to have for early threats. So, okay, I kind of like this. This build is not bad, I don't think, considering the pool we had. So let me add it up one more time, make sure we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 cards, 19 creatures, I think I said. So, pretty creature heavy, but that's good. 1 is a wall, so yeah, I actually like it. Some flyers, Ripjaw Raptor, draw some cards maybe, some big dinos to put across some damage and do some other things. Yeah, it's not great. This is not something that's going to go 5-0 or 4-0 in your like tournament or anything. But this is something you can scrap together, probably a few wins if you're lucky, 3 wins maybe, depending on draws and such and how things go. But not a great pool. It's going to be a tough sell to win with this deck. But I think considering what we had here, yeah, it's the best we got. Sometimes that happens. And yeah, it's not bad. I don't hate this deck. I actually would kind of like to play with it and try it out and see how it goes. Maybe it's better than it looks. The removal is what kind of makes me feel like this deck is probably not the worst thing in the world. So that alone would make me feel like, yeah, this thing's playable. So let me count up the green cards versus the blue and the white. So 1 green, 2 green, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And relatively even. And then the white, we have 1, 2, just 2 left. Okay. So I think what I would do is 1 plains and then probably 8 forests and 8 islands. And I think that would be just fine, considering we have the treasure chest creation possibility in here too. Only 2 cards that are running white, but I think they're good enough to splash. I think they kind of get there. I mean, you could do 2 plains and 1 less island. I think that would be okay too. Especially considering you have the Commune, which might, I don't know, the Commune will help you hit with the 1 plains as well. If you have 2, it makes it maybe a little more consistent. Maybe I'd go with 2 plains, considering we don't have like an Evolving Wilds or anything like that, which is awkward. But, okay, maybe 2 plains, and then 1 less island. And I think there you go, there's your deck build. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like I said, when I build these decks, I mean, this is, a lot of it's my preference too. So, I mean, you may have done something different, and that's totally cool. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe if you would have gone in a different direction, or if you like what we have here, or what you thought of the pool just in general. But until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe. Have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.